Hello there guys and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing something that last year I just threw on TikTok and a lot of people liked it, so this year I'm just going to make a video creating the perfect set list for a Youngblood show or for Bludfest. It's completely hypothetical. I don't think this is going to happen. Some obviously will be on the set list. These are just the songs that I think create the perfect set list for Youngblood. There's some sad, there's some upbeat, there's some you can mosh to, there's some you can dance to, there's some that you can just stand there, look into the abyss and cry to. Some songs that I haven't put on there are some of my favourites, but these are ones that I think work perfectly for the live show. Okay, so last year's Bludfest set had 17 songs. So I've gone for 17 songs. Obviously, I don't know if timings on these songs add up perfectly to the same amount of time. Okay, so the opening track, I personally think there's an argument for this being the best Youngblood song live. Before I saw him live, this wasn't a song that I cared about at all. I've gone for 21st Century Liability. The hype, the jumping, everything about it, this song live is a perfect opener. Straight after that, continuing the chaotic side of the opening of the show, Super Dead Friends, that was his opener for Bludfest last year and it was amazing. My only critique is it's the exact same as what he does with Parents. He really doesn't sing a lot of it, and maybe that's because he was opening the show and he's there just for the hype, telling you to jump, telling you to get the fuck up. There were just times where he just completely dropped his hands and was walking around, which isn't particularly a problem when you're there, but it'd be nice to hear him just let loose on the mic for that. Number 3, Flawless Song. I think this is the best Youngblood song live. It's Strawberry Lipstick. It never fails. It's fucking amazing. Number 4, we've got The Funeral. Not a particular standout song for me in terms of the Youngblood songs that I listen to, but live, it's fucking incredible. Straight after that, you got Tissues. Tissues is probably my favourite single off the self-titled album, and live he just plays it amazing. It's got energy. It just, even though it's a pop song, it's just rock and roll when he plays it live. It's so good. Talking of rock and roll, after Tissues we've got Fleabag, and part of me was just like, am I a bit bored of seeing Fleabag? I always think that, but then I always have an amazing time when it's playing. You know, he gets in the crowd. Lately, he's been doing fucking insane vocals when he does it. And yeah, I can't see Fleabag off the set list. Okay, number 7, we've got King Charles, the first ever Youngblood track. One of my favourites. I absolutely adore it. I don't actually think I'm ever going to see it live. I know he was playing it last year quite a bit, but I don't think I'm actually going to have a chance to see it live, because it's a miracle that he was playing it last year. But yeah, it's not going to be too long until we've got the new album. So when that comes out, I think chances for King Charles live are very, very low. Okay, this is a segment that I was actually really gutted that we didn't have at Bludfest, and that's the piano segment. And I've got 2 songs for this. Number 1, Sweet Heroine, gets the crowd full on swaying, gets everyone in their feelings. Sweet Heroine's quite a short song, but Jesus, when he does it live, it is not short. And then I think this is my favourite Youngblood song of all time. It's one of the most underrated ones he's ever put out. We've got Teresa, which starts off on the piano, and then obviously it goes a lot more up-tempo and the guitars come in. But Teresa, I think, is vocally gorgeous, and I just think for a festival as well, this would work so fucking well. Okay, bringing the energy up again, we've got Die for the Hype, one of his best older tracks, and I have seen this live twice, and both times it was absolutely amazing. Sticking with the older stuff, we've got Kill Somebody. I haven't heard this live. It's one of my favourites of his tracks. And same as King Charles, I just beg that there's a day that I can hear it live. But for the same reasons, I don't think it will actually happen. Okay, a song that when it came out, you might remember I was pretty negative towards. And it grew on me, obviously, over time. I listened to it more. But Bludfest completely changed my mind on it. That's When We Die, Can We Still Get High? I love that Dom and Yachty performed it at Bludfest, because realistically that is probably the only time that's going to happen. When are they on the same festival dates? And that's normally how these crossovers on stage happen. But when are they going to be at another festival, same day, similar times? They're not. They're so different in genre that unless they actually fly out to do it, or Yachty's at another Bludfest, that's possible. I would love to see that. He was, as much as I really didn't think that I was going to say this, he was incredible. So yeah, When We Die Can We Still Get High live, it's phenomenal. It's vocally one of Dom's best songs, and yeah, I completely take back every criticism that I had with it. Okay, next we're going into a little bit of when people start tearing up like I did at Bludfest. We've got Hope for Underrated Youth. I was debating putting this or Mars on. Mars, I love it, but out of the 4 shows that I've been to, I've heard this 3 times. At Bludfest, he did it incredible, but when I saw him on his tour, he was sort of stripping back a little bit, because I think he was like, he had so many shows to do, whereas Bludfest, he was like, right, this is my night, let me leave it all out on that stage. But I am going for Hope for Underrated Youth, just because the crowd are so loud, and they are during Mars, but they're so loud and so passionate that even if he's not belting it out there, it's always amazing. And that skips between Teresa and the next song on this set list to being my favourite Youngblood song of all time. I've literally got it tattooed there on my ribs. There's Hope for Underrated Youth. Next song, God Save Me But Don't Drown Me Out, the song I cried to. I've only heard this live once, that was at Bludfest. This song literally saved my life. I adore this song. It never gets old for me. I listen to it near enough every day. It's incredible. Okay, now we've got a fun fucking outro. We've got Low Life. Yeah, Low Life. This, I think, aside from Hope for Underrated Youth and God Save Me Don't Drown Me Out, if we're going upbeat, you know, fun singles, I think this is the best single he's had. I think there's a strong argument. That chorus is just insanely catchy. The verses are just, they're so sick. The production on it is so fucking good. I love Low Life, and it was great live. Okay, next we've got Loner, which does feel like a bit of a waste on this list, because he plays it every single show. It's always the last song, unless he does an encore with Machine Gun. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's always the last song. And I do think, every time it comes on and it's like, oh, Loner's the outro, I'm like, oh,
fuck me, Loner again.
But I wouldn't do without it. It's the same as Fleabag. Whenever it comes on, I'm like, oh, this again. But then I'm just like, it's so good. It works perfectly as an outro. It's Youngblood's anthem, and at a festival, or just when you're in a big crowd, singing a song that's like an anthem, it gives you that Oasis feel. I love it. Okay, this is the one. This will never happen. I actually would bet a lot of money that this is never going to happen. Youngblood, last song for Bludfest. I said it for last year. Freak Show. I think everyone would love to see that. Everyone who is a true Youngblood fan, who knows all the songs, all the lyrics, everyone would love to see Freak Show. It's amazing. It's long, it's fun, it's somewhat sad when it gets to the end, it's inspirational, vocals on it are amazing, and do that last vocal. That's the last thing that you do on stage. Don't have to say anything. Say goodbye to everyone before you do it. The last thing we hear is that last vocal just punch you in the gut, and yeah, it'd be amazing. So yeah, there's a few songs that aren't on that list, like Parents, and I was debating putting Sex Not Violence on there, because when I heard it in Birmingham, it was very good, but I can't lie, I didn't think it was as good at Bludfest, so that's the only reason that it wasn't on the list. But yeah, that is just my perfect set list for Bludfest or any other Youngblood show. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's literally just me giving my opinion on something that you might not give a shit about. Yeah, let me know what your dream set list for Youngblood shows would be down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of the video, and I'll see you very soon. And yeah, I'm starting to get excited for Bludfest now.
Bludfest, let me see your hands in the air!